What's going on, everybody? It's Christine Afianis. How y'all doing? Today I'm going to first give some channeled messages, give some kind of information as well that I've been looking up, and then I'm going to pull tarot to see what else will come out in regards to sex entities, spiritual warfare, how our children are being affected by spiritual warfare and sex entities as well. It's heavy, y'all. It's heavy and it's serious. As well as some other things. It's some other things that have been coming to me that I'm gonna use this time to speak on as well. Spirit guides, different things, and camp your love and your protection, your wisdom and your truth all around me. Protect me in a bubble of your divine love. If it is not of love, if it's not pure love, authentic love, it cannot penetrate my bubble at this time. Okay. It's crazy. So if I'm looking around, I'm going to try to look into the camera, but if I'm looking around, I'm outside, I'm a visual person. I catch my signs left and right, so that's just me, like, just trying to pay attention to what's going on around me, as well as my spiritual signs. So so we are going to, while I'm here, basically, as you know, or as if you don't know, spiritual warfare, spiritual attacks, breakthrough, I give thanks. Spiritual warfare, spiritual attacks have been heavy. Pretty much every so often we get into an energy of major spiritual attacks, but it seems as if with these planet shifts and things going on, there's like, it's just rapid motion. It's everywhere and it's at like a higher volume. And randomly, I just kept hearing like sex entities. And then prior to me hearing the words, I had been dreaming a lot, and a certain artist, I dreamt about a certain artist, I feel like 2 different times, and this artist was Chris Brown. And so I'm like, why am I dreaming about him? It was real, like, extra sexual. And this, I don't know nothing about Chris Brown. I know his music. I know his music is very sexual. I play his music, and things like that. But when I got out of the dream was really like eerie and creepy. And he was like real sexual in the dream. And so I woke up out of the dream, had, do you have for me, spirit? So I got the word sex entities, just as I got a daggone text message about the R&B only concert or whatever. I was cut off for a second, so I don't know if y'all know about the R&B only concert that's traveling around or whatever. But anyway, yeah, that's just confirmation for me in regards to what I was saying about Chris Brown and sex entities. So moving forward, I'm just going to give you guys some notes and some different downloads that I have been writing. So the APA stands for American Psychological Association. The APA did some research back in 2007 on sexualization in girls and how it's linked to different disorders like mental health, depression, eating disorders, low self-esteem, and I also wrote down, it says report and research was done using all forms of media, like TV, music videos, music, lyrics, magazines, movies, games, internet, and merchandise. I also found that it influences the attitudes and whatever, I can't even read my handwriting. It influences attitudes and behaviors. Like young children can get this passed down to them from parents, siblings, friends, etc. So that's that. This is sexualization defined. This is the definition for it. When a person's value comes only from his or her sexual appeal or behavior, excluding other characteristics, and when one is sexually objectified. So, going back to previous... Spirit is moving, I'm sorry, y'all. Going back to previous messages that I've given, downloads that I've received about just toxic entertainment, just my experience on how what I say literally for myself, how Spirit literally pulled me from the mud and told me to like really assess my own behavior years ago, like 38 now. It started to slowly happen when Spirit started talking to me or whatever. I want to say prior to me having my first child at 27, and then I kind of start ignoring it. But then by the time I got I want to say 33, I really was like, okay, this is undeniable. So now I've been kind of pushed to the forefront and kind of speak on it and speak on what it means to switch the narrative. So now I'm just giving background, because people want that. People want information. People want like research and things like that. So if you ever want to look into this information and seeing how toxic entertainment is definitely harming your mental brain and your behavior, tap into some of the research that I've found. And this is just minimum. There was so much research out there on how toxic entertainment is literally harmful. Hi, how you doing? And don't mind me, I do have my vending table out here. How you doing? Your hair is cute.
Rolling back here and check out the stuff.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I have hair jewelry right here. I have soap, and the soap is just 1 cent jasmine and teak wood blended. You can smell it as well. And then I have oils made of tree elements. It's for anxiety, and then a spray to match. They're both for anxiety and to kind of like clear your energy. And if you're interested, here's the testers here. You can smell them, and you can also use them as moisturizer. I use them in me and my children's hair. and things like that. So
Seems pretty good.
thank you.
I'm like always met, and I said, well, let me just stop by. My daughter wears locks, so I'm gonna have to tell her. She works right on the corner. I'm gonna have to tell her to come by here.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be out here.
All right. I'm gonna call her and get the card.
Oh, so much confirmation in this lady. I swear, so much confirmation in this lady. Warwick. 40th. Yes. So, so much confirmation in that lady. Anyway, so she was an older lady or whatever, and just every time I'm doing these messages or doing this, an older male or female shows themselves and just symbolize my ancestor. And then she had on a gold heart necklace, similar to what I have. And you know, that's my symbol for love naturally. And she had on purple. I love it. She had on purple. That's dope. I love it. And she cute too. But anyway, so let's see, what else did I want to read? Okay, and it also says some of the consequences for over-sexualization via media, all media, are healthy developments and healthy sexual developments for young children, particularly girls. It has just mental issues, as I mentioned, cognitive issues, and negative effects on developing cognitive developments and physical and mental wellness as well. I already mentioned that. Okay. PBS also had a scientist do some research, a psychologist, so to speak, a psychologist from University of Buffalo to do some research. And this was research done from magazines, and though magazines in reference was the Rolling Stones magazine. And so they found that in 1960, 11% of men versus 44% of women were over-sexualized in their magazine. And then moving forward in the 2000s, they found that 17% of men versus 83% women were over-sexualized. And that's it. That's all the research I've done. I saw more, but I just want to kind of sum it up and leave it at that. Now some of the downloads that I wrote down were I just kept kind of feeling the energy and going back to like womb healing and womb care for the women. And it's just in the research that I saw, and research done by others, I saw that it's greatly affecting our women. And mainly, like, Spirit had me like focus my eye on children. And so I just wrote down a war on the womb, creating hypersexualized young women and children / teens, sex harvesting and sex entities feeding off of the over sexualization of women and kids. So I know this to be facts. Because not only I myself, I'm gonna tell you something, and this is me tapping into something that I deem as private, and why it's so important to pay attention, not just to your physical health. I don't care if you're religious, I don't care if you're atheist, I don't care if you're just a non-believer of what it is that I believe in. You need to protect yourself when it comes to the spiritual world. You need to protect yourself no matter what. If you don't believe in spirituality, that's okay. You don't have to do this. You don't have to pull cards. You don't have to use certain spiritual tools or metaphysical tools that I do. You can just use word of mouth. You can use the power of your tongue to ward off spiritual entities. And this is serious. So spiritual sexual entities have preyed on me, and me and my oldest daughter, we have the same life path number. So we have the same life path number and some of the same spiritual gifts. She's more, and we also balance out each other, just distractions. Okay, so my daughter is more clairaudient, where I am more clairsentient. So when she hears spirit, I'm feeling spirit, and we're both dreamers. So I had an experience where I had a dream, and I'm writing out a contract, right? And I'm writing out a contract to negative entities, and just lower vibrational entities that were sex demons, just demonic presences, just in this dream. And you could just, it was weird, it was crazy, they kind of, was fighting back and everything, didn't want to sign it, and but ultimately ended up signing the contract anyway. And so easing up out of the dream and everything, like I felt some like negative energy, and I knew that I kind of needed to cleanse my home and cleanse myself. And so literally, guys, like, there was this presence so strong and so heavy, and if I wasn't spiritually aware, it would have made me go insane. It would have had me like go insane. So I'm feeling this entity literally in my private, like near my private area, in between my legs, as I'm coming up out of my sleep. And it was like a snake, and it literally tapped my vagina as if it was trying to penetrate me. And I was like, oh, hell no. So I immediately get up. Get up, doing what I do to protect myself spiritually, calling in my protectors and everything. And just like that, the energy in my home was clear. That's one story of just how sex entities can tap into you, especially partners throughout your life, and you don't cleanse your energy, you don't protect your energy. For me, I feel like I had ended a situationship that I was in and didn't really, cleanse myself, or I hadn't, took the time. I don't know if y'all seen me or not. I'm just pausing because I was reconnecting, so I don't know what y'all see on that end, so forgive me. So spiritual entities, I was attacked, and this was like a while ago. This was a while ago, like last year, I don't know. It was a while ago. So how you doing? So moving forward to children. So your children is affected by this as well, and your children can pick up sex entities literally via music, via social media. My daughter has is on social media or whatever. She like just scroll little stuff like on YouTube or whatever, and other children, because we never know what's going on in other people's households. And not only that, depending on your spiritual gifts, you're not always necessarily being attacked, but you're just given certain energies or warnings or what's going on in the collective. So my daughter is a dreamer, just to confirm, because I had been asking Spirit to confirm these messages, because I've been sitting on this sex entity message for a while, because before I give a message, unless it's just urgent. I like to kind of ask spirit, get some more intuitively led confirmation, get more written downloads or written information just along the way before I just jump in and say, hey, So keep that in mind. I don't just jump in and just be speaking out of my ass. I literally get multiple confirmations through spiritualists that are like, well advanced than I am, just in nature, just however spirit gives me the confirmation. So with this message in particular and how it's affecting our children, spirit gave me confirmation through my child 3 times. Spirit for me shows up in 3s, and they always say when two or more is gathered, God is in the midst. So 3 dreams my baby had that she was being trafficked and or molested. One of the dreams she had, literally, there was a older boy, young, to some of us, but older to her. Trying to take her. How you doing?
That smells good. You have oil?
Yes, I have oils. It's made for anxiety. Yes, anxiety, and then I have a spray to match as well. They're both used for anxiety and to clear out the energy. They're made of tree elements. Then I have soap here, and then hair jewelry for the ladies.
How much are the spray?
The spray is $15.
God, it smells good.
Thank you. And you can test it here if you want to. That's a tester, and it's not made to like linger like a body spray. It's just made to kind of calm your energy and ground you. You can use it like times of prayer, if you meditate, or if you like, kind of have your quiet time, or if you're feeling anxious, nervous, if you feel like, just negative energy around you, or if you're kind of upset, it'll just calm your mood.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How long are you gonna be here?
I will be here for a while, till about 6.
Okay, yeah, I live right here.
Okay.
So let me go get my mail and I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Once again, confirmation. The first lady was an older lady, and I received her as the ancestors. This gentleman that passed by, he was an older gentleman and literally holding a blue bag. I take that as ancestors, symbolizing balance, symbolizing why this message is needed at the time. So my daughter had 3 different dreams. One dream she had an older guy, tried to basically take her in a sense. And then this dog right here barking, is black and white, balance. Give thanks. Give thanks. He literally turned around and barked towards me as he was walking. This man was walking his dog up the street. He turned around just to bark towards me so I can look at it and see it. So anyway, she had another dream, which is why I bring in the entertainment and media and stress. You can look at me as a hater. You can look at me as, I don't know how you view this, if you are a supporter of these artists, you know what I mean? So none of that matters to me, how I'm viewed. I don't support toxic artistry. I see that these artists have talent. I support talent. I support black women. I support getting your money by any, well, I ain't gonna say by any means. By all means, get your money. But we have to be mindful of the frequency. So my daughter had another dream that she was at home by herself, and before I left the house, I had told her, hey, if anybody knocks on the door, and asks about cupcakes or something like that. Asks about cupcakes. You know, don't answer the door, don't open the door, you know, look out, you know, look out the peephole, but don't answer, don't, you know, don't go with this person, you know, basically giving her warning as I'm giving warning or whatever for the children. Oh, I give thanks. As this blue car passed by, I give thanks. K3, I give thanks. So, as, so I leave and everything. She gets a knock at the door. And she goes to the door. She asks who it is, and I don't know if they said anything or not, but she looked out the peephole. No, they said, hi, do you want, you know, they literally was like, hi, do you want cupcakes? I have these cupcakes. Can you, you know, come out? Can you open the door? And she could tell you verbatim how it went, but this is just, I'm just trying to sum it up. And so, and she said she remembered, you know, in the dream, you know, what I had told her. So she, you know, didn't open the door. Kansas City Signs Company. I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. Kansas City Signs Company. So, what was I gonna say? So she looks out the peephole, right? And she sees Nicki Minaj. She sees Nicki Minaj. And, as we know, it's been in the media that, Nicki Minaj's, husband, child's father, is a registered sex offender. Allegedly, if it's not facts, I don't know if it's facts, but I'm gonna just say, you know, allegedly, her husband, child's father, is a sex offender. And so she told me that I, you know, noted that for myself, and just how she is hella over sexualized, like one of the main ones, one of the founders of the newer music. I ain't gonna say the founders, because that will be Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown from back in the day, probably others, but anyway. So that was her second dream that she told me, and I knew exactly why she was having these dreams. And then she had a third dream. This third dream that she had was literally last week. So I knew, like, the momentum was picking up, because she done had 3 dreams now, and they were heavily on her mind and had her in fear. And so the third dream she had was a man in our home, like he just was in the house or whatever with her, and he was filling her up, molesting her. And she said that in the dream that he did what he did or whatever, and then she ended up like telling me, she said that, you know, I was real, like, you know, upset and like hurt or whatever, and was like, oh, I knew this was like gonna happen, or I knew, like, she said something like, I knew it, or I knew this would happen, or I knew something, she said. And so that when she told me this dream, she said she was really, really in fear, because out of all 3 dreams, this one felt the most real. Hey, pretty baby. Hey, how y'all doing? I said, hey, how y'all doing? Like the dog can talk. She's walking her dog. And so she was in more fear than she was in the other dreams. So I knew, like, the energy was heavy, and I knew, like, I just knew it. And so she sitting here talking to me, and while she's telling me this dream, recycle your glass, enjoy the party, bottle with wings. It's giving me the temperance. It's giving me temperance, angels. Anyway, so there's so much coming forth. Goodness, I'm trying not to look at these cards that keep passing by, but anyway. So as we're on the phone, I'm on the phone, and she's telling me, and one of my spiritual mentors or whatever, like this dream. And so, mind you, my spiritual mentor had came over the day before, and she literally had just tried to get attacked by a sex demon. And like, before she even could tell me the story, or before we like could connect our dots, something told me to ask her. I was like, hey, so what have you been picking up in regards to sex entities? And she, like, it blew her mind. She was like, oh my goodness, like, sister, like, let me tell you what just happened to me. Like, it's funny that you say this, and da 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 da. And she was like, yes, like, she's been giving her spiritual signs, like the clients that she have or whatever, like, literally, you know, she's been getting spiritual confirmation about sex entities with through them, and just so much. So me and my daughter, you know, on the phone talking to her or whatever, and my daughter is in fear or whatever, and as she is in fear, just negative influences started to play on her intelligence. And me, like, when I feel it, and I literally, like, kind of beast up in my spiritual, my spirit body. And so I'm listening to her or whatever, but I'm also like communicating with this demonic entity that's trying to play on my daughter's fear. So I'm telepathically communicating or whatever, and like hey, like, get your ass up out of here, you know what I mean? And I said what I said to it. It tried to be, you know, funny or whatever, saying it's gonna come back, and then I beast up even more and caught like some real, like, some goons. Once I caught one of my top goons, like, literally it backed out, like, you could kind of see or whatever the energy, like, back off, like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, and this protector is well known or whatever in the spirit realm, well known. So yeah, so moving forward. Whew. License plate GG4. G is algebraic, not algebraic, but alphabetical numerology for 7. GG4, 774. I get thanks. Oh my, I'm tired already. So intentionally. Okay, so going back to my notes and downloads. So basically, I give thanks. So the artists like Nicki Minaj, Sexy Red, because I've been seeing her a lot lately. I don't even know what she's saying. I have no idea what she's saying. I know something about, you know, your butt or something. Anyway, I don't even know, so I'm not even gonna speak. I just know the energy. I just know the energy. But Sexy Red, what's her name? Sukana. I don't know how to pronounce her name either. Bless my heart. And it's crazy because back in the day, like, I would have been all over these artists. Like, I would have been I would have been out like my teenage, younger 20s, like I say up until like 23, 24. I would have been loving these artists. And if I had, yeah, I would have been loving these artists. And it ain't got nothing to do with age, because it's people my age that still love these artists, my age and older, that still love these artists. But who else? All these entertainers, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, you name them. And not only the women, the men too. The men too. But the elitists over the entertainment world are literally doing this on purpose. One thing people don't realize is that the entertainment industry, amongst other industries, are ran by those that are well endowed when it comes to spirituality, rituals, magic, and spells. Once again, you don't have to believe in any of this for it to be happening. If you don't believe in any of this, well, you don't believe that you are a spirit encased in a vessel. So the elitists of the world have been doing these things and with our media intentionally for a long time, and as us as a community, not really trying to separate races, because this message is for everybody. So I'm not trying to separate the races, but especially for our culture, like the indigenous native culture, the indigenous African culture, just the indigenous like Mayan cultures, like us melanated beings. And once again, all of us are melanated, but I'm not gonna give you the science behind that. Tap into the spirit doula for how everybody, including the Caucasians, are melanated as well. But just the African American culture, indigenous culture, we are being targeted. We are being targeted because it is written. It is written that in these times, these current times, as you see a lot of black women, black men creating their own values, structures, jobs, being more aware of self, being more conscious of who we were and who our forefathers were, and who are where we came from. They see that, so now they like infiltrating like our music even harder, infiltrating our culture and our entertainment even harder than before. And it's all done intentionally. And with that being said, these sex entities are feeding off of our culture. They're feeding off of our culture. They're like, literally, the more we are entertained by this, the more they feed on us. Literally, like, the more they feed on us, the more they feed on us, and we want more and more of it. So the entertainment world will give us more and more of it to keep us in a loop and keep us in a box. Now you can say, well, a lot of our women are doing it big, and we ain't never been on top like this before, and we ain't never done this before. And it's like, little do you know that, like I said, where we're at right now, it was written. So we don't need toxic, I give thanks for this message. We don't need toxic femininity and over-sexualized acts to be where we are right now. It was written for us to be here. It was written for us to be here. We don't need the sexy reds of the world to be where we at, to be on top, to make money, to have empires, to have businesses. We don't need that. We don't need it. Okay. And so look at me, I'm so silly. I'm so silly. Goofy, Christy. So the thing when it comes to like entities, demonic entities, and like ghosts, are just being like spiritually attacked, is with entities, you can't just light a candle or burn some hollow or smudges or whatever, or cedar in this case. You can't really do those spiritual techniques and then they'll be gone. You know what I mean? Like with our ancestors, or certain ancestors, low vibrational ancestors and high vibrational ancestors, you can burn different smudges, and low vibrating ancestors will run away. Whereas if you burn Palo Santo, your high vibrating ancestors, those protectors will encamp around you and come around you to be near you again. With entities, like they have to be removed. And shout out to Sacred Processes, because they do the work of removing entities. And so they have to be removed, or they have to be like warded off, which is what Royal Earth does. Which is what Royal Earth does. Okay. And so literally Royal Earth creates literally a barrier, and you can use it throughout your day or however many times or whatever, but it creates a barrier for it to kind of block entities. Sex entities are more invasive. They can come in the form of basically a hitchhiker. So somebody like me, I'll use myself as an example. If I wasn't like spiritually aware and spiritually protected, and know how to kind of navigate through or whatever, and I'm still learning, but I know how to kind of navigate through the spiritual realm and do what needs to be done. A hitchhiker entity can literally pass by one of these cars, or somebody walking or on a motorcycle, whatever, and see me as vulnerable. If I was vulnerable, if literally I didn't have my goon stick around me, I give thanks. If they saw me as vulnerable, they can literally jump onto me and catch a ride like a hitchhiker. You know what I mean? And then they'll, deplete my energy, get whatever they need from me, create chaos and confusion in my world. Then they like, oh, the job is done. And then, I pass by somebody else, and then they hitch a ride onto somebody else that they deem as vulnerable. That's one type of sex entity, or just entity period. But we're talking about sex entities right now. I need to do my nails. But another sex entity or entity that you cannot just smudge away, or just quote affirmations to get them to go away, is parasitic entities. And parasitic entities are literally like worm type insects that leech on to your spirit body. Like literally they're literally invasive. They connect to your spirit body via your vessel. And you literally have to get these things like literally removed, pulled out of you. And there are energy healers and energy slash scientific energy healers that literally do the work. Sacred Processes, Nikki and Virginia literally do this work, and they are good at it, and they have, you know, verbalized to me how you can see in the spirit, you know, that these are, you know, worm type insects, parasites that come out of people, you know, and literally the reviews are amazing. Like, their reviews are amazing. I've had work done on myself and literally amazing. And so, and then you have, and then just what I got, I don't really remember researching this information. I don't remember researching this information or getting this information. 74. So that's confirmation for this just being a download. So AI, and I know I need some water. It's different views in regards to AI, but I'm talking about toxic AI. I'm talking about AI that's opening portals and doors for demonic entities and presence. So there's also like AI entities, like AI parasites that will leech onto you. So be careful, be mindful. The artificial intelligence that you tap into, because they're like programming you. They're like robotic type parasites that's like tapping into your energy. And I just got that download. I give thanks for that. As well as the number 3, so we can just say that's 4. But 3, possessors, and those are like demonic possession. When people in you've seen movies when it comes to people being possessed, but demonic being demon possession. People are weird, I swear. People are so weird. I'm not doing this for views, so you don't have to give me none. Natives also want to. What do you want the collective to know right now? Given things, what do you need the collective to know right now in regards to the energy of sex? So, natives also kind of want you, and this is unpopular opinion, but I'm not here to pick sides. I'm literally a medium where spirit gives me 2 different sides of the spectrum. Spirit gives me, you know, unpopular opinion. Spirit gives me universal, what is beneficial to everybody. Like, literally in my day-to-day life, I care for, I give love, I spread love, and I genuinely love anybody, no matter race, no matter sex preference, no matter none of that. I'm just a vessel when I speak. And when I post things, post my downloads and verbalize things, I am just a messenger, and I am a willing messenger at that. So, and when it comes to my ancestors, I have Native American ancestors that speak, that literally speak through me, and most recently, I've been putting 2 and 2 together, and as we know, without just literally being a Bible thumper or anything like that, Spirit, you know, reminded me about the rainbow and what that symbolizes in religious texts. And then, you know, I didn't want to just, you know, hold on that. I said it's got to be something more, you know. What more, you know. And so my Native Americans came through before religion, way before religion came in and showed me what the rainbow means to them. And literally, to sum it up, and I will be posting this information later once I get myself back grounded and everything. I'll be posting that later. But gave me the knowledge that the rainbow is more sacred to them, to where that some of the knowledge is hidden, and you won't know any of this sacred knowledge unless you're a part of a specific tribe. And the rainbow, part of the symbolism of the rainbow for Native Americans is just a balance of masculine and feminine. Kind of coming into a woman and a man coming into their own, and balancing out masculine and feminine. And so that's just a bit of that. And so I'm listening to this information and I'm like, okay. And as we know, there is, once again, I'm not disregarding anybody's personal views, but sorry, not sorry. Even through the LGBTQ community, and most importantly, the male trans, the biological male trans community, there's a war on our womb. There is a war on our womb, and Spirit showed me that. Spirit showed me that whenever there is a division, a huge division that's causing chaos and disruption, there is a spiritual attack on a group, maybe multiple groups, but there is. I give thanks. I'm not here to make my life up. I don't feel like making my life up. I give thanks. I give thanks. The Queen of Cups embody the most feminine energy, the most natural feminine energy known to man. So there's a war on our wombs, ladies. We need to really start really standing strong in our self-love and our values. Never saying that you can't have fun. Never telling a man that, man, if you choose to, switch your gender, that's on you. But what we will not do, what ancestors will not do, what Source Truth will not do, is sit here and allow you to demean, to degrade, and diminish the womb, the natural womb. Spirit ancestors, the creators of the womb, don't care if scientists or doctors or whoever, I'm not politically correct, so forgive me. I don't know the terminology to everything. I don't always say everything, proper and precise. But, and I don't have to. Y'all get it. And so, ancestors, angels, spirit guides, Source Truth, Mama Universe. I call the universe Mama now. Mother Earth is no longer Mother Earth. I'm learning some things from master teachers, and Earth is not called Mama Earth. It's actually Daughter Earth, which is why Daughter Earth has been casted out. Notice we have the Heavenly Father, I can't even think because I'm getting so much in right now. But anyway, she's Daughter Earth. Oh shit. She's Daughter Earth. And Daughter Earth is needing healing. Daughter Earth is tired. Daughter Earth is upset. Daughter Earth is calling out to the indigenous women of Earth. Daughter Earth is the one that is asking us to pay attention to our wombs, letting you know that she has been casted out for too long. Hence, why women on top of black women have been casted out, you know, like literally of the world for so long, because she's Daughter Earth. Now Mother Earth, no, Mama Universe is the one that's trying to really call out us and setting everything straight, basically. And she's kind of sitting back with the ancestors like, are we, there we go. There we go. Self-worth and values. Self-worth and values. Purity. Getting connected with the earth. Blossoming. 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 Getting connected to the earth. We got some Leo energy. While we're creating balance. Wow, I love it. Look at that. I love it. While we're creating balance in the home. While we're creating balance in the home. In this picture, you have the mother, the father, and the son. You have the mother, father, and the son. This is stability. Whereas this right here, this is the mother, father, daughter. I just mentioned Daughter Earth and the son. And what's happening via over-sexualization, via the war against biological women and trans women, the daughter is missing. The daughter is being disposed. Like, literally, cast out. No more. We got to pay attention to that. We got to pay attention to that, and we got to fight for what's right. And that doesn't mean love the counterpart any less. That doesn't mean, oh shit. That doesn't mean, is this going into that? Y'all, okay. That doesn't mean love your counterpart any less. That doesn't mean we're going hate for hate. Because once again, us being the biological woman, we're more nurturing, we're more soft, we're more loving, we're more gentle. But what we won't be is forgotten, dismissed, and over forgiving. We will forgive you, but we won't forget. And it's time for us to really fight back in a different way. We really need to reclaim our own sovereignty as women in a different way. And for me, how spirit is giving it to me is like really addressing our wombs and really addressing like the over sexualization in our homes first, and in media, and outside of our homes, in our communities. So that means, just like I posted on my main page, that means like if you see your child, she's dancing, your child likes to dance, and all your child, the go-to dance for your child is always twerking. She's always just shaking that butt. It's like, okay, speak to her about that. Speak to her about, hey mama, hey little mommy, hey little princess, there are other parts of your bodies to dance with. Dance with your shoulders. Dance with your hands. There are ways, in dance class, literally, we dance with our hands. We did, we did motions with our feet only. Teach them about, different types of dance styles, like really show them, even tap into ancient African knowledge and indigenous knowledge, and really give them an understanding of where twerking or where moving our butts came from. Because our ancient African ancestors, ancient Native ancestors, they danced with their hips and their butts, but it wasn't necessary to over sexualize themselves or over sexualize their culture. There was meaning behind the hip movement and the gyration of the buttocks. So teach them some things, talk to them about it, and correct them. Whatever form of discipline you use, don't beat them, you know what I mean? But whatever form of discipline you use, if you see them going against your set rules and your boundaries for your household. Write that angel number down. I know he like, where that go? So these might be angel numbers for you or the collective. It doesn't necessarily have to be pertaining to this, but I'm just writing them down because they speaking. 889 868. Angel number 889 868. So yeah, so teach your children, teach your children, teach your boys, teach the young boys, how to address women, you know what I mean, how to politely, speak to a woman. To off tops, men are sexual creatures, they're sexual beings, but that energy can be harnessed, that energy can be used in a sacred way on both men, through both men and women. So teach them young what sacred sexuality is. You know what I mean? Look into as your children get older and they do start, becoming sexual, teach them not just to be safe with sex, but teach them sacred sex. Teach them tantric sex. You know what I mean? Teach them to what it means to manifest through the wombs. Teach them, what it means to not only manifest and create life, but you can create like literally outcomes with, the sacred sacred ways to, engage with sex. As we're speaking about the youth, I give thanks. Like, don't, and what I'm getting with this card, because this can symbolize, past energy. Don't pass them down the toxic information and the toxic information or the lack of sexual information that you got. Because some of us wasn't, we didn't get talked to about sex. So don't pass that down to the generations to come. Be open, in your home about sex, and what it is. Like, because these kids are learning through media. And I hate this. Like, I've been, like, once again, before I come up here and I speak, Spirit set me up. Like, Spirit will literally, I give thanks. 47 again, I give thanks. So Spirit will literally set me up or whatever. Meaning, like, they'll, like, me, I'm thinking, like, ooh, am I on social media too much? Like, do I need to get off or whatever? So but then I start seeing my signs as to why, I need to see some of the stuff that I'm seeing or whatever. So I forgot what it was, but it was something about some over-sexualized BS in the media. And then I'm, like, looking at, I'm thinking, like, am I trolling? Like, what am I looking at these comments? So I'm looking at these comments, and some people are like, oh, our children is watching this, our children are affected by this, and our children this, our children that. And then I'm sorry, not sorry, but you got, like, the mindless beings commenting and saying, like, oh, well, you know, entertainers aren't like your babysitters. Entertainers don't, you know, care for your child. That's up to the parent to, you know, to be responsible of what their children look at and how they raise their children and how they do this. We're all adults, right? Meaning we've all been children, right? Meaning with that, we've all disobeyed, didn't hold instructions and guidance and directions. We've all been stupid children and stupid teenagers doing what we want to behind our parents' back. Some of us used to sneak and watch our parents' porn. Some of us used to sneak and go to parties. Some of us used to sneak and go to a boyfriend's house. Some of us used to sneak and do all types of shit. So for those that have that mindset, oh, well, the entertainers aren't, you know, for your children. It's up to the parents to. I'm sorry, my neck is rolling because that disgusts me. That disgusts me when a grown-ass woman, and it's usually women because I never hear men. Sometimes, every so often, I get one man saying something like that, but it's usually a woman that's saying it. It disgusts me as a woman that women are taking up for these artists in this way. It's disgusting to me personally. And me as a woman, outside of spirit being disgusted, spirit as outside of ancestors being disgusted, it disgusts me as a woman when it disgusts me as a woman when you know damn well a child is going to be a child. And if you tell that child no, if you reprimand that child so many times, they're going to find a loophole into watching what they want to watch and doing what they want to do and hanging out with who they hang out, whoever they want to hang out with. All y'all did it. All y'all did it. All y'all have done it. Hey, how you doing?
I can't buy anything today, but when's the next time you're going to be out here?
It's going to be like in the hundreds, but you can literally knock on my door.
Sure.
Literally, I live right over here. And,
On the ground one?
So, knock on my door.
Alright, I'll hit you up.
Okay.
Alright.
Bye-bye. You too. So, I'm going to pause right now. And I'm trying not to get emotional. And the reason why I get emotional and I'm getting emotional is because these messages that I get, y'all, are so heavy on me that I know for a fact that I'm holding heavy ancestors on my back. I'm holding the energy of heavy ancestors on my back. And so when I get confirmation to let me know, just like this police car just literally paddy wagon, police van just passed me, let me know that I'm protected. Let me know that, yes, Kristen, your message is in fact coming from the divine. Yes, Kristen, your message is in fact talking about balance and restoring the wombs of women and restoring the healed hearts of men. It makes me emotional because, as I pointed out earlier, I had an elder woman that had my color of love naturally on purple. She had a heart and she was an elderly woman. Then I had, after her, an elderly man approach my table questioning, my products. And then I had black and white, Source Truth, not ancestors, but Source Truth. God, our creator, shows himself in balance via the man and the woman. And in black and white via the yin yang symbol. Saw a black and white dog. Saw a dog walker. She had on black. Her dog was white. And then just then, someone that has purchased products from me before, my neighbor, which is a trans male, trans into a woman or whatever, trans male, as I'm speaking what I'm speaking, come and let me know that he's I'm gonna be respectful, because I'm respectful in that way, that she's going to work and she wants to purchase more soap from me. Literally just came to my table holding a blue bag. My spirit team shows themselves in the color blue. That makes me, I give thanks for that. And I want to give thanks to the Creator. Like, literally, I am up for the task. I will continue to preach this message, to speak on this message as many times, and I don't care if the viewers get bored of it. It's a need. And if I don't get no views, I don't get likes, I don't care about that. I'm emitting a frequency to combat the frequency that is coming at our wombs every single day, and it's now affecting our children. So I will keep speaking as we're in this lion Leo energy, this new moon in Leo right now. New moon in Leo gives you the courage to speak, not giving a fuck what anybody has to say about it. And I'm going to speak. Once again, I speak from a heart of tough, pure love. Tough, pure love. And everybody won't get it. Everybody won't like it. But I will not just sit here and lay down and play dead just for a group of people. Just because you like to see women have damn near butt naked twerk, and you like, derogatory music. I don't care about none of what you like. I work for somebody that is supreme and divine. I hold ancestors on my back willingly and openly. I was called to do this, and when I knew I was called to do this, I said, okay, sign me up. What I need to do? What do I need to do? I asked for it. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving, because I saw that clearly. I give thanks. And I don't humble myself for no man. I humble myself for the divine and the divine only. Because that's another thing that's going around in the spiritual community. People telling other people, oh, we're no longer using the word humble. No, I humble myself in the divine's presence. I humble myself in the Creator's presence. But man, shit, I'm going to talk my shit, because sometimes y'all need shit talked to you. Y'all like it when Meg Thee Stallion, y'all like it when Sexy Red talks shit to y'all. So why can't I? In the name of the divine, in the name of the Creator, why can't I? So I'm gonna continue, carry on. A lot of people have broken hearts. A lot of women have broken hearts, so they submit themselves to toxic femininity. Giving thanks. What other tarot messages to confirm my downloads and ancestor crow call messages? What other messages do you have? Give thanks. So it's time for women, you ignite the fire in yourself and get out of your own way. Some of you are in your own way. Some of you may have like the luck of money. You may have the luck of money, and so you say to yourself, well, I got money, my home is taken care of. Why do I need to address my womb? Why do I need to let go of certain vices or certain things, you know what I mean, to heal? You know, you might look at heal. I don't need to heal nothing. Well, this is a moment where you ask yourself, how's the relationship? How's your actual relationship? with the masculine in your life, with your partner? How's your relationship with your children? Speaking of children, no, is this a bus? No, is this a bus? It's a different bus. How's your relationship with your children? As my children literally get off the bus. How's your relationship with your parents? How's your mental stability? How's your emotional stability? Like, there are so many other places and aspects in our life that this over-sexualization can play a part and affect us. 242. Don't honk. 242. Where, hey y'all. Where this, where over-sexualization can affect us. And Spirit is literally saying, get out of your own way. I kid you not. This is a card for Spirit. This card is a spiritual like, could be a spiritual teacher, a religious teacher, just higher divine energy, higher divine energy, higher divine presence. And Spirit is asking, I won't make my life up. I don't feel like sitting here in the hot sun talking about this, making my life up. Because once again, we got value. Once again, look at this. We got the womb. She's pregnant. She's pregnant. Literally. As everything around her, she might have, look at this. This is for somebody in particular that thinks that money is the highest value of all. But literally, as everything else deteriorates and is disintegrating, is literally like weighed down, because this is concrete. As she has no harvest, there's no grass, nothing green, but the green is behind her with the sun as she hold her womb. And it's like all she is worrying about and stressing about is her pinnacles. She got that. She got the pinnacles. But Spirit is trying to illuminate, you know, the other side is greener. If she address and take care of her womb. If she brings love. Heal now. This is a card of like inner healing, emotional healing. Heal now. And address. Like, stop hiding. Where is my sword at? Where's my swords? Stop hiding. Stop putting a shield. Stop acting like you don't need to address anything when you, in fact, it's clear to see, it's clear to me as a tarot reader, as an intuitive reader, that you have something that you need to address, but you're blinded to it, and you won't address what you need to address. You damn near pulling your hair out. You damn near losing your hair and pulling your hair out. Literally. Trying to hold on to what this is like what she view as truth. She trying to hold on this false illusion of truth. But once again, she's pulling from a ground that has no harvest. She's pulling from a ground that has no harvest. I see this shit clear as day. I see it's clear as day. I'm going to leave all of these on the board. And once again, I know I'm speaking a lot to women, but I'm also speaking to men too. This is for men too. This is for men too. Because it bothers me that the men they won't want their daughters over-sexualized, but they hype up the over-sexualization of the world. They hype it up. They feed off of it just like a sex entity. And that's sad. It's sad. So judgment is being called. You may think, well, Kristen, who are you to, to speak judgment or to call judgment? I'm here to say I've gotten the spiritual authority to call judgment when I speak a particular message. I, in fact, got the permission to speak. Hey, Mr. Kevin, it's crazy because I just mentioned men and you pop in, like, literally. Literally balance. I give thanks. Anyway, I get some. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I've gotten the permission to speak these messages and in return kind of call judgment against the energy that is being displayed and being put out, and the behavior that is being displayed and how it is literally affecting our world globally. If y'all don't see what's going on in the world, a lot of it has to do with the frequency that us as individuals put out into the world. It has to do with the mindsets that we carry. A frequency comes from the mindset that you have and the actions that you display and put out on a day-to-day basis, as if it's a ritual. Ritual is what we get up and do daily. Brushing our teeth is a ritual. What we do before we go to bed, cooking our meals every day, is a ritual. So you think actual spiritual rituals, demonic rituals aren't being casted upon us? Baby, I'm here to call judgment. My middle name is Danielle. I've said this plenty of times, and I don't say this like a boasting. I say this because I literally have the permission to speak how I'm speaking. Everybody don't, because everybody aren't actively, doing the work that I've been doing and I've been kind of sat down to like do. So my middle name is Danielle. It means God is my judge. Only God can judge me. And I have the authority to give judgment. And if you are a Bible thumper and read the Bible in other texts, not just the Bible, you will see that there are other spiritual figures, religious figures that God granted the permission to cast judgment on other people and speak judgment, speak hardcore, real raw truth to other people in the name of the divine, the creator, source truth. Okay, any clarifying messages? And I'm gonna wrap this up. My children are here. Did I finish the message of the rainbow though? Because he came and I don't think I did. So I'm going to go back to that. Because the ancestors are native ancestors.
That means that there probably are
native ancestors at that. Goodness. I'm sorry, it's just this channeling messages and doing this, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, the native ancestors, and sorry not sorry, the flesh Kristen care, but the spirit-led Kristen don't care how anybody views this. But the natives want their symbol back. They want their rainbow back. No, they won't get it back just because I'm saying it. That's not how it works. You know what I mean? But the natives want their symbol back. Yeah, and they have many symbols and many many symbols or whatever, but one that is more pure to them and more sacred to them is the symbol of the rainbow. and one of the sacred meanings for their symbol is balance between masculine and feminine. And see, hence the LGBTQ took that, ran with it, and are displaying not something that's not balanced, an energy that's not balanced. And once again, just for reference, or anybody that would like to view it, to know that I'm just not just saying anything or whatever, I will be posting some information. I follow the Navajo, is it the Navajo? Indigenous native tribe on YouTube, and I listen to their sacred messages and sacred teachings as I'm slowly trying to learn outside of just being intuitively led. I'm trying to actually learn, for myself. So I follow him on YouTube, and literally it actually just popped up when I was getting confirmation to what I'm speaking on right now. So I was like, oh, okay. Hold on, Asha. Good girl, you changed your shoes. Look both ways. Okay. Giving thanks. Any other messages as I wrap it? Hey! You look. I told you to look both ways. That could have been my fault. That's why I want you to stay in the house when I'm out here, Asha. You gonna listen to me one day, huh? Huh? You took your shoes off, but you're about to go back in the house. Give me a second, y'all. Empress, I give thanks for this. Empress, hold on. Come on. Go back in the house until I get finished, so I can actually pay attention to you. Because when I'm doing my readings, I can't pay attention. You can sit on the balcony and have your own. Give me 5 minutes. Yeah, I tell her I don't like when she's out here on the table with me while I'm giving my readings, because I can't pay attention. She know now. The Empress. So now I can't see. The sun is shining bright. So the Empress is coming out once again. The Empress is, I always say, all-encompassing. She is a woman that is a nurturer of her family. She is a woman. She is literally a woman yet again that's depicted pregnant. I don't know if you can. It doesn't really show up in this picture like the other Rider-Waite tarot, but she literally she's depicted as a lover, a nurturer, someone that is all-encompassing. Other depictions, you can tell that she actually has a womb. Shit. I'm just hearing divide and conquer. I don't know if somebody is saying that or if that's just intuitive download, but divide and conquer. Yeah. Divide and conquer. So more balance here. So I use these two decks. The blue deck is the masculine. The this deck here is the more orange. Red deck is the feminine. So we have the Queen of Wands here in the feminine pile, or in the feminine deck, and then we have the masculine Wands, King of Wands, in the masculine deck. Just more balance. We just need to restore balance. You know, you guys know I've mentioned this before. This is just more confirmation to my downloads, and they just wanted me to give you some actually research and studies behind what it is that I am saying and why switching the narrative is important. And to sum it up, the reason why switching the narrative is so important is because not only us as adults are being affected by the rituals that's being done. The children are being affected by the rituals that are being done, i.e. the sex entities that are being pushed out. Like literally every time you watching or partaking in the over sexualization of entertainment, you're literally allowing a sex entity to feed off of you. And just point blank and simple, whether you see the effects or not, you're allowing it. Not saying to just cut it out completely. Spirit ain't even told me to tell y'all to cut it out completely. I feel like they're leaving room for you to decide whether you want to cut it out completely, or or just like, hey, I'm a detox for a while. I've been listening to Meg Thee Stallion and Sexy Red every day on the way to work for months now. Let me listen to something, more sacred, something more balancing, something more, meaningful, something just, whatever. Anything else? I don't think everybody, what I'm getting from this is Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Both of these energies was in the reverse. For me, I'm just feeling like everybody won't get this message, and that's okay. That's okay. But those of you that are not getting the message, continue to watch the division and the chaos erupt in the world. Women, you don't want to get the message. Continue to watch the lack of nurturing that you provide, the lack of healthy unions, the lack of healed wounds that you have, the lack of sacred sexuality and self-love, and the lack of values that you have. Watch how it continues to create a divide, because I can guarantee you, women are known, it's been in history, women are known to shift nations with a look alone. We're known to shift nations. Imagine how powerful it will be if we wrapped up that little honey pot that we carry. If we just sealed it tight, just take it away. Some of you know the story of Oshun. Oshun she's a deity. She's a energy that is over rivers and streams. When the world was in chaos, and her nurturing and her love and her values were overlooked, and chaos was among the land, she took her energy back. She took it all back. And what happened was the streams and the rivers dried up. Things dried up. The harvest was no more. There was no more harvest. There was no more nurturing. There was no more love. There was no more sweetness. And everybody was affected by it. The women, the crops, the land as a whole, the men, the children, they ended up going to look for her. The other deities end up going looking for her, like, hold on. We didn't value Oshun. We thought she didn't have enough. We thought that what she gave, you know what I mean, just how they do the woman now. We thought that the love, because a lot of men freeze up when it come to love, or freeze up when it comes to the mushy stuff. You know what I mean? We thought that her love wasn't enough. We thought that all we need is to be hard, have this hard exterior, i.e. how women these days are so masculine. You know what I mean? They want to be these masculine men along with the masculine men that we have naturally. You know what I mean? And now we creating false illusions of femininity through, you know, transgendered. You know, that's a false illusion. That's a masculine man, you know what I mean, portraying to be feminine, when we really need our real feminine women to hold value and to preserve themselves and to pull back their energy so that we can balance, so that the world can see why purity, sacred sexuality is really needed. Real genuine love, real genuine sweetness is needed. I give thanks for that. Any oracle? After my oracle, I will officially for real be done. Giving thanks. Oh, that license plate is giving me Leo. LE9. It's giving me Leo. New moon in Leo. I give thanks. Any messages? I give thanks. Authority. What does it say? Authority figures. I'm telling you that just that judgment card, like literally, that judgment card hit. Literally. The spirit team, forget me. I'm just a vessel. Forget me. Literally, ancestors are calling judgment on our women. And this time while we rising and anytime, say, like, for example, when you get a new job, you usually get hired in. You know, they seen your resume, you had the interview, you excelled, right? They deem you as qualified, right? But at the same time, you got them 90 days of where they sitting back and they judging you. So women, as we rise, as we getting a lot of clout, you know what I mean? As we getting a lot of a recognition, Spirit is judging us to see what we do with it. Spirit is judging us heavy to see what we're doing with it. Unrequited love, like I mentioned before, a lot of y'all, you know how people say running on E. A lot of y'all are running on heartbreak. So you do whatever you want to your womb area for the sake of get back to that man, i.e. Keke Palmer. I'm telling you, everything that is spoken from source truth, whether it's right or it's wrong or whatever the message is, the entertainment world is the actors to display what's going on in the spirit realm. They say it, as above, so below. Keke, you're being judged of the energy that you willingly signed up for to be an actress for the media. You literally showing how the toxic wounds in us women, us everyday women, whether you celebrity, whether you not, you literally running on unrequited, unhealed, toxic love. I don't know if you guys can see that. I hope you can, but it says unrequited love. Unrequited love is is pretty much toxic love. Toxic love, unhealed love, a lot of fights, a lot of undressed things, just a lot of BS. Lessons and blessings. Like I said, you are being judged. This might be a blessing for the women. There might be blessings to come. Your bag might be straight. You might appear, you might look damn good. You know what I mean? You might, have the wardrobe, have the hair, have the bag and all of that. But some lessons still need to be learned. You still need to address the lessons of your womb. Spirituality and religion. No matter where you are, what box you fit in, whether you in a box or you not in a box. Spiritually, this is for the spiritual community and the religious community. And if you're not in any of these boxes, this is for you too. This is for you too. Ha! I will give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. My goofy ass. I said, ha. I don't know if you can see this. Can you guys see it? Male, female. Male, female. Male, female. Don't know if you can see it. I hope you can see it. Alright. And when I literally like just split my deck like this, that's literally me hearing spirit or feeling in my spirit via clairsentient. Clairsentient means you have the spiritual gift of feeling. You have either tingling or a gut feeling, or your hands literally kind of you feel it literally. You feel it in your hands to do what's called involuntarily move. After the male, female, we have medicine man, medicine woman. A lot of balance needs to be restored, and it's gonna be restored no matter whether you like it or not. Whatever source truth wants, it's gonna be. Why y'all putting the gender on source truth, who people call God? Source truth don't have no gender. It ain't got nothing to do with gender when it comes to source truth. But he shows him and herself through the masculine and the feminine. And source truth is not going to show up in a toxic feminine light. It's going to show up in balance. Healthy balance. One animal spirit deck. Spirit card. I said one. One animal angel message spirit in regards to the message for the day, the topic for today. Giving thanks to you. Horse, freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. Yeah. Spirit is trying to get all of us, whether you male or female, to come into connection to your most greatest purpose. And it doesn't even have to be like this big major thing for the world to see. It literally could be something that only you know about. But the energy that you exude when you're fulfilling this purpose it brings magic and abundance to you. It brings wellness and purity to the world around you, ultimately spewing out to the actual world, to the great big world that we live in. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change. I'm going to say that again. You follow the winds of change. i.e. switching the narrative, and accomplish your dreams. And yet and still, Spirit is giving us, Source Truth is giving us personal choice. Just because we have free will, just because we have a personal choice, doesn't always mean you choosing the lesser of the choices. I hate that, the lesser of two evil. But just because you choose over-sexualization, and you choose to shake your ass, and you choose to hang on and carry on with your toxic vices, doesn't mean your way is what is ultimately the greater good. I swear, if I could really, I be wanting to say a lot or whatever, but I don't be wanting y'all in my personal like life, and I don't want everybody to know the type of spiritual gift that I have. But just know that some of the people that just skim through and catch certain parts of this message, y'all funny. Y'all funny. Any love naturally messages, clarifying messages, any love naturally messages. Hold on. I got one just threw itself over here. Oh, I got, you gave up your rights. You gave up your rights. Y'all signing on to the bonuses of the toxic entertainment bullshit. Y'all gave up y'all rights. Hold on, y'all. I don't feel like getting up. I'm trying to get the other car without getting up. Toxic entertainment. Forgive my nails, they dirty. But I'm a tree girl. I literally dig in the dirt. Literally. So they're gonna keep reminding. They're gonna keep reminding you, and they're gonna keep giving you many examples of how the masses need to give up toxic entertainment. It says toxic entertainment, too much TV with low vibes, music with low vibes. Your company is karmic, overindulgence, and vices. Giving thanks, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. I promise, I be trying to give just little basic foo-foo read. I don't want to call them foo-foo, but foo-foo readings. But they be like, nah. No. No, you're not about to get a little basic reading just to tell people about their love life. Sorry, not sorry, but it's just real. I got life path number 2. So for me, literally, you could be a life path number 2, or this could just once again symbolize the 2, which is balance, harmonious balance, harmonic balance in numerology. You're gonna have to explain yourself. Is at the bottom of the deck.